This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
We have last week's audio video of last week's conference and the previous conferences. They are all up on the herbalhealthreview.com. That's herbalhealthreview.com. And they're under Discoveries in Health. So if you'd like to view any of the previous conferences, they are on herbalhealthreview.com, and they are all under that tab, discoveriesinhealth.com. So thank you for joining us. We don't prescribe, we don't diagnose. What we do here, we don't promise cures. We know that the Heavenly Father does the healing. We know it's up to us to be good stewards of our health, and that's what we're talking about here today and every Thursday. So, and your microphones are open. Your microphones are open, so we can hear. You know, even if you cough, I've left the microphones open on purpose. So that we can, if you have a question or a comment, you can ask that question, or if you have a topic that you want to talk about, well, we talk about these things and discuss these matters because that's what we do is praise the Most High and look to doing what we can to not fall into the evil diet and chemical poisons that are so prevalent here and so available and so normal for everyone to be eating and drinking. But we want to thank you again for joining us here on Discoveries in Health. We're here every Thursday from 3 until 5 Pacific Standard Time. And we're talking about natural remedies, and we're sharing information and testimonies. And I'm going to leave the mic open for just a moment while I invite you to let me know if you have a topic or a question or something we should talk about. Go ahead. What is it? What is that, please? All right, we have a lymphatic disorder here. Is that correct? You said the lymph nodes are involved. Say again. Well, you know, I'm going to have to look that up because when you're talking about lymphoids, that's the lymphatic system. And I'm going to have to look up that specific topic. I want you to email me so that I can do the research and get back with an intelligent answer. Can you do that for me? Can I give you my email? My email is, you have my email. Okay. All right. So email me so that I can do the research on that and give you a real solid answer. And does anybody else? Okay. I'm going to mute the mics because we have a lot of incoming conversations. And if you need to unmute your mic to ask a question or join the discussion, then all you have to do is press your star key 2 times. But I'm going to go ahead and mute the mics now, okay? Here we go. Muting the mics one at a time. And all you have to do is press the star key 2 times to unmute the mics. And then we're going to answer some questions and give you some information. And Sister Kashakia, are you with us today? I don't see Sister Kashakia, but I do. She might be with us there. Okay. And I've missed her the last couple of weeks. And that is supposedly muted all the mics. But I see one in Atlanta. There it goes. That muted the mics. Whew. Okay. There was a lot of sound there. So I just got yes, Prophet Elijah. I am blessed, brother. And how are you? Oh, well, it could be parasites, and most likely is. And I would look up there under herbalhealthreview.com, and I would look at a parasite cleanse because it's definitely something in the blood, and that is generally what is going on. So I would take a look at that parasite cleanse under herbalhealthreview.com, common conditions, and knowing that whenever it's talking about a product, and I don't get anything for the sale of any product, but if it's talking about a product in that report that I created, it's talking about a product. You can click on that product and it will take you over to where you can look at it. You can look at the product, you can look at the directions, the dosage, etc. But it gives all the information on the herbalhealthreview.com under common conditions, under parasites, and then I would check that out. And then I would do one other thing. I would make sure that I'm also looking at that report on herbalhealthreview.com. And we're talking about the report that is called Make Lifestyle Changes. And that's under herbalhealthreview.com, under common conditions. And right down just below the egg, just below that egg, about 3 or 4 inches down in the center of the egg, it says Make Lifestyle Changes. Now that Make Lifestyle Changes report, if you get into that, then you'll know what makes you young, keeps you young, and keeps you well. That is a diet that when you follow that, you have all the energy that you need. You can do whatever you need to do. As you get old, you feel young when you're on that diet. And so you want to know about Make Lifestyle Changes diet. And let's make that easy for you. I'm going to bring it into the screen capture so you can see when you look at an audio video of this next week. You can see what it is that I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to pull this over here. I'm going to pull that over here. Yes, Brother Elijah. Definitely. Definitely. Now we're getting to the heart of the problem. So, even though, so you know, now although parasites could be involved, that because 90 to 95% of everyone has parasites. So, but now when you explain it in that term, that makes sense. That it's prostate, and really the chemical. You see, the body when they give you a drug, it's a chemical, and it gets a reaction, and the reaction that it gets initially is maybe favorable, and you say, "Oh, this is working. Wow, I finally got a drug that's helping me." But the bad news is that drug then all of a sudden the body starts to say, "Well, wait a minute now. I can't keep taking this chemical that my body doesn't understand because my body doesn't run on chemicals. It runs on nutrients like phytonutrients, plant nutrients. That is medicine to the body, not chemicals. It will reject that or give you a side effect, and that is a general side effect of that medication. So instead, we would go down here and we would look at the prostate under herbalhealthreview.com under common conditions, and I'm down here now and I'm looking at what's good for the prostate, phytonutrients, nutrition, not chemicals. You're going to get a side effect, but nutrients that are going to correct and help to balance the body. And so when we're looking at prostate report, I'm bringing that up right now. There it is, and it describes the prostate and how to work with it, and using colloidal silver water and getting a generator so you save money, with that colloidal silver water, because it's expensive. But when you know about the how to make it with this simple little generator, then it saves you a great deal of money. And when I'm talking about a great deal of money, without the generator, the water is $60 for 32 ounces. With the generator, the colloidal silver water cost 25 cents. So that's why you must have a colloidal silver water generator. I have one. Everybody in my family has one. We've always had one for the past 30 years, and because they never wear out. Yeah, we've still got the same one. Anyway, so because the colloidal silver water is a natural anti-inflammatory, and it's harmless. It's the safest anti-inflammatory antibiotic on the planet. Okay, now, so we start working with the prostate by reducing the inflammation and the infection with a natural antibiotic like colloidal silver water. We do a colon and liver cleansing and take the load off of the liver, because all of these things are affecting, it's the liver, it's the kidneys, and the prostate. They're all connected real close. And if you don't work with all of them at the same time, then it kind of lingers and hangs on, and you get some benefit, but you don't get it all taken care of until you come at it from all sides. You got to surround the problem and attack it from all sides at the same time. All of a sudden, it disappears. And it's just it's a military tactic with natural remedies. And so we're using a colon and liver cleanser. We're using a special fiber that acts as a sponge to pull all the toxins to it that are trying to hit the prostate and the liver and the kidneys, and it's all under attack. Well, now that fiber, the special fiber, is like a sponge that's loaded with nutrition. And as it's imparting the nutrition, it's acting as a sponge and pulling toxins to it and going out of the body. And that's the fiber. But the bentonite clay that's with it Now that is a clay that's ionic, and it's like a magnet, and it's like a magnet that that pulls toxins to it, and so now we're really detoxing the body, taking a load off of the kidneys, the liver, the digestive tract, cleaning up the bloodstream. Wow! All of a sudden, the body's starting to say it helps your immune system to then increase. So that's a good colon and liver cleanser and a good special fiber. And for those who aren't following me on their computer under Herbal Health Review, under common conditions, under prostate. For those who aren't following me, that colloidal silver water generator is number 4576. And I said number 4576 is its stock number. Why did I do that? Give you that number? Why? Because our government frowns on the use of natural remedies and wants you to chemically take all those chemical drugs because they get a lot of payola from the pharmaceutical industry. So they're on the attack and always have been attacking natural remedies. They're all for chemical drugs that poison people. And I have to have a drink of kombucha mushroom here to keep on yakking away here. So give me a second while I take a sip of kombucha mushroom. Ah, yes. Yum. Okay. So we left off talking about the number 4576, colloidal silver water generator. Where do you get it? You call, here's the telephone number. It's 541-791-8400. That's 541-791-8400. And that is the telephone number. But let's pull this report back over here. Let's get back up on the screen and so that I can see who's here and bring that back over here into the screen, because I'm going to be looking to see if the folks over there at 541-791 happen to have joined us, because I invited my granddaughter, who runs this not-for-profit manufacturing all the products that I invented, and she does that, and she has 5 children, and she's just a wonderful, very hardworking lady who's very knowledgeable, and she manufactures all these things, and she might join us here today. I was looking on the screener to see if she had yet. I don't see her, but any minute she might. And that telephone number that you can call to get any product that we talk about, that telephone number is 541-791-8400. And give her a call. That her name is Brittany, and let her know that her grandpa said to give you a call for any of the products that we've been talking about. But there's the colloidal silver water generator, and there's the colon and liver cleansing liquid. There's all of these things that can be so helpful when you need to work on cleansing and detoxifying the body. And then we go to a prostate support tincture that specifically supports the prostate. One of the main herbs in it is saw palmetto root. And when you combine saw palmetto and nettle leaf, it blocks the DHT so that you do not lose hair. So it helps hair loss as well. Those are two herbs that help the prostate, and also they're very helpful when you want to increase your hair and stop losing hair. The two herbs are saw palmetto root and nettle leaf. So these are, and then this report goes on to give a complete kidney bladder protocol for things that you can do for the kidney and bladder, using marshmallow root cut and sifted tea, and it tells you exactly how to make it, and by feeding the kidney and using a kidney bladder herbal tincture that gives you then all the nutrients. You see, what's going on here is go ahead. Did you have a question or a comment? I heard somebody in the background. Probably over there in the Montebello area. Okay, I will go ahead and mute the mic. If you do have a comment, you can interrupt me. It's okay. I can remember where I left off. And all you have to do is press your star key 2 times, and that will unmute your mic. If you have a question or a comment, that's press your star key 2 times, and it unmutes your mic. So, and you're welcome to do that. And we're going back again and looking at that report where I was talking about prostate, and I gave you a telephone number, and I'll give it to you one more time so that in case you missed it. For any of the products that we talk about here, I do not get anything from the sale of any product, and the telephone number I'm giving you is a not for profit. They will help you. They will give you a discount if you are unable to, pay the small amount that they're asking for. That's how wonderful they are. That's why they're a not-for-profit. They don't. They're not making money doing this. It's a labor of love. It's a ministry. So please understand, that's who we are. That's what we're doing here. There's 2 websites. One of them is herbalhealthreview.com. That's the information website. Doesn't sell anything, but it has all the information. And according to a federal judge, that makes it legal. And that infuriates the government because they say that's not right. It's not legal. You're not supposed to be able to get all this information. It really infuriates them and their agenda to receive the support and all the money they get from the pharmaceutical industry. They don't like this information getting to you. So, however, they have to do it because a federal judge said they had to. and it's the only one in America like it. So the telephone number is 541-791-8400. Their website is betterhealthherbs.com. betterhealthherbs.com. So now, when we're talking about this, this prostate problem, and now you know where you can go get these things. See, a lot of times people will talk about something, and then you got to go try to find it, and they don't have it. And now you know, if you click on any of these things on these reports, it will come up. And then you can look at the report and you can click on the product and it will come up, and you are then looking. You've gone from the information website to the product website, and you can then look at and there's Marion Dodd. And yes, Sister Edna.
Yes.
thank you for joining us. Did you get a call?
No.
Well, please call the telephone number 503.
Wait, let me write it down.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay.
503 606 6064 and join the broadcast by pressing 1.
By pressing 1?
Yes.
Okay. What if they ask me for some kind of a PIN number or something?
They won't do it.
Oh, okay.
Because I made it.
Okay,
I made it.
so much.
I made it easy. Thank you for calling back, and thank you for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
God bless you. Okay. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I was just getting a telephone call, and Sister Dodd that I've been helping for decades, she called and said hello, and then wanted the telephone number. She doesn't have a computer. She's but she had the Edna's Health Food Store. And anyway, she's going to be joining us here in a second. We'll see her come up in there. And fantastic. Welcome back, Kashakia. Because I mentioned you earlier that I missed you. How you doing? What's going on? Are you okay? Oh, ouchie. Yeah. Oh. Well, wonderful. Okay, sister. We'll talk with you in about 30, 40 minutes. Thank you. Shalom. I love that lady. She's just a dear, wonderful person who loves to help people, and I love that. I think it's wonderful, that, how people want to help each other, and we all don't think alike and so forth, but if we all try to help each other and just let each other, long as people and not do no harm, just try to get along, it really is, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. And I just love people that have that kind of attitude. They're just trying to find out where they can do some good. Well, okay. Anyway, so what we're talking about prostate. We really, really got into that prostate and talking about it and so forth. And I was looking over here at the how the products come up and how once a product does come up on there, and if you're over on the Herbal Health Review and you wanted some of that marshmallow root, you click on it and it comes up on the screen, right? Yeah, it just pops you right over, so you're looking at the product. Now that makes sense, and that infuriates the government because that makes this a little bit easy for somebody to understand what's going on and make it their own decision whether they want it or don't want it, and they don't want you to have that choice. That's disgusting, and they really anger me about that, but I'll get off my soapbox on that one. So that's marshmallow root powder, and I'm going to get out of there and go back over to click on that and go back over to the swollen prostate, because the key again is to work on the prostate, and there's a prostate support formula to work on cleansing the liver and take the load off of the toxins and everything and detox the body. making sure that you're cleaning up any viruses, funguses, bacterial infections that are going on. Take a look at the teeth. The teeth are often infecting the body and causing this kind of a situation. So, and I'm wondering if that, my dear lady, was able to join us, because if she didn't, I'm going to call her up. I'm not going to leave her up. Did she join us? I'm looking here. And did she join us? 618. No, she did not join us. I don't see her. I'm going to resume here in a second, but I need to make sure that this person is able to join us, so I am going to call her. Hang up, show dial pad, come over here, said invite. I'm inviting, enter and invite. I'm going to +1, and I'm going to dial her number. Hold on while I do this, folks. She didn't call in, and I am not going to leave her set there. 987. I'm not going to let you have the number 2. And send an invite. I hope that invited her. Okay. And no, so the number is 503-606-6064. And I'm going to call her back too and ask her why she didn't call back. Thank you, folks, for being patient with me while I make sure that this lady is able to join us. If she wanted to. Oh.
Hello?
Yes, Edna.
Yes.
I didn't get you didn't join us. Did you get that number?
I did.
Did you try it?
I did call.
Did you get in?
Well, I heard you talking, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, then you did it. Then you've got the right number. Oh, okay. I didn't see you on the screen here, but okay. I just wanted to make sure that I gave you the right number.
Yes, you did. I got it.
Okay, then I will hang up and let you listen to the broadcast.
Okay, and thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you. And at any time, you can press the star key 2 times, and it will unmute your mic so that you can ask questions and then join the conversation.
Oh, okay. Do you still sell those herbs?
I don't sell them anymore. I had to give it all away to my daughter. And then the government attacked my daughter and run her out of business by just harassing her out of business. And then she handed everything over to my granddaughter, and my granddaughter is manufacturing all these formulas. But it's a day-to-day thing, because we don't know how long you're going to be able to get these products. But yes. For right now you can, but I can't guarantee in the future, because the government hates, natural remedies and herbs. You know that.
Yes, I know they do.
Yes, you do.
I could order a few of the herbs if I can get them.
You still can at this moment, and the telephone number to call to get them is 541-791-8400. Did you get that?
Yeah,
541-791-8400. 541-791-8400. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And so how many years have we known each other? Awful long time. 2 or 3 decades, huh? Yes, sister.
Ordering these herbs for years.
Yes, well, you've gotten good results from them, and it's such a blessing, and it's such a blessing to hear from you again after all these years. Just all praises to the Most High. And bless you, sister. Please join the broadcast, and I will continue. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Oh, that's lovely. All right. I just want to make sure she was all right there. Okay. So we're talking about prostate, and it's all in that report. And the key again. Oh yes, hello. Yes, is this brother Pierre? Yes. Did you have a question? Okay, that's wonderful. And if you do have a question, please press your star key 2 times, and so that we can talk to each other. Okay? Oh, okay, brother. Thank you for joining us. All right. So, that was the question. The question was about prostate, and so we got to answer. We got to answering that question, and we went to talking all about how to work with cleansing and detoxifying, taking the load off the kidneys and the liver, and cleaning up the digestive tract with that colon and liver cleansing liquid, and that special fiber that acts like a magnet. And then that prostate support herbal tincture, number 1354, and then the saw palmetto tincture. These are all targeted. These are the herbs that are targeted to the prostate, especially saw palmetto berries and nettle leaf, and which are also good for hair loss. And then we talked about a kidney bladder report, and we talked, and in that bladder report is talking about how to use marshmallow root tea to overcome kidney bladder problems. And if you're wearing a diaper, just by drinking that tea alone, you can throw away the diaper and get rid of incontinence of urine, so that you can hold your urine and not have to get up 6 or 7 times during the night. That you'll be able to hold your urine. And when you're using that marshmallow root tea, and there are people who have gone on dialysis machines, and when they drink the marshmallow root tea, and they take the kidney bladder herbal tincture and put some of that in that tea, and they take other herbs that are specific, they help to nourish the kidneys and get the kidneys to go back to work, like goldenrod, which is an anti-inflammatory, and juniper berries, juniper berries. It's a natural antibacterial. Red clover, which cleans the blood, and it's just loaded with phytoestrogens, and which are just wonderful because they're used for hot flashes and flushes, and this red clover is also good for PMS and breast enhancement and breast health, as well as lowering cholesterol and improving the urine production and improving circulation of the blood to help prevent osteoporosis and reduce the possibility of blood clots and arterial plaques, and limiting the development of benign prostatic hyperplasia. So red clover answers a question that one of our listeners asked earlier. What is good for the blood and blood clots, and help to clear the arteries? And red clover is not only good for prostate, so now that answers 2 persons' questions with one herb. Red clover blossoms, and which is the reason why way back when the first formulation that I ever created was a formula that had red clover blossoms in it. Still use it today. It's called CACT. And when you go to the CACT and you click on CACT, and it takes you over to the website, because all of these reports that I'm looking at, that you will be looking at if you go to the website and you look at the report, but when you look at the formulation of CACT, it's got Cascara sagrada bark, buckthorn bark, dandelion root, licorice root, burdock root, red clover blossoms in it, and pau de arco bark, and astragalus root, and stevia leaf, and milk thistle seed, and fringe tree bark, and echinacea root, and golden seal root, and ginger, and fennel, and yellow dock, and poke root. Whoa, man, what a beautiful blood cleansing formula. And that is the one that we're talking about, colon and liver cleansing liquid. When you click on it, it takes you over to the product, and it's in, and that's one of the great herbs for the kidneys and the liver. So that is how we deal with prostate problems, and including the pygeum bark. There's another great herb if you need additional support for the prostate. Because some people, you use a few herbs and use a few therapies and you combine them and you get enough support and things clear up. But other people, they got a stubborn problem. So then you add pygeum bark. And if there's cancer, you look at the breast and all cancer report, and you use the CF formula. And you use a lot of turmeric root to reduce inflammation and also cross the blood-brain barrier, because that was another question that was asked of me this morning. Was what about the kidneys and how to clear the arteries, and talking about phytonutrients, because plants are phytonutrients. So. And then, if you really want to attack the problem and make sure it just disappears, overwhelm it, if you can, if you need to, if you have to, here's the ability. You have the ability to do it. You may not need to do all these things, but here's the rest of the story. Super minerals, making sure you're getting lots of minerals, because the body is like a big battery. And it has to make all these electrical connections. And it needs all these minerals. And it wants more all the time. So lots of minerals. And lots of colors. Make sure that you're eating various colored vegetables. All of these things are superconductors for the electrical processes that are causing the frequency and the vibration of your body to operate, and it hums, and it works. That's the way it works. Frequency and vibration. You actually hum, and sometimes you can hear yourself or feel yourself, and so forth. And that's the way it works. And you can really get in touch with your body, and you can tell when something isn't working very well. Then you can target it with particular herbs and nutrients, and then it's happy again. The Lord made us to use nutrients, and as long as we're using the right nutrients, things are working great. So super minerals, flaxseed oil, garlic, lots of garlic in your kitchen should be garlic bulbs that you try to use up all those garlics all the time, and all the ginger root all the time. Using ginger and garlic, they should be in your kitchen. And then if you don't like garlic, well, then use odorless garlic capsules. But let's get that garlic in the diet. There's pycnogenol that's going to really help the tissues of the skin, and a lot of other things, and specifically prostate. So it's more support for the prostate if you need it. And lots of B complex. Lots of vitamin C, good esterified vitamin C. And finally, pumpkin seed oil, because it's loaded with zinc. And make sure you're taking a couple of 100 milligrams of zinc every day. Excuse me, micrograms, milligrams. Let me look. Okay, now I'm going to close this report on prostate. And I'm going over here, and I'm pulling this back over. Whoop, it says do it. Yes, I'm going to close those tabs. And I'm bringing the event back over in the screen. So I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and where am I? I'm down. There I am. Okay. Now, we're going to take a look at zinc here. I'm going to make sure. I think it's probably micrograms, but I'm going to make sure. I'm over here. Now I'm on the Better Health Herbs. Okay. And I'm on Better Health Herbs, and I'm way up here. I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to go like this. There we go. Now we got both of us. And I'm going to look while I'm over here on Better Health Herbs. And I'm going to, this is cool. Hey, they got a sale going on. They got a sale going 30% off all week long. Oh, hey, everybody. Not only can you still get these products that evil people don't want you to have, but you can get them at a 30% discount. I'm looking at a 30% discount all week long on their website. That's cool. And that's at betterhealthherbs.com. I'm looking at the Better Health Herbs website, betterhealthherbs.com, and they got a 30% a discount going on all week long. Okay. Now I'm going to go visit their store. Wait a minute, I got to see this over here. You got to see this too, if you can. No, I don't. That's not it. Where is that sign? I don't see it. Okay. In that case, I'm going into the store and I'm going to look at that zinc for just a minute, and then I'm going to carry on with something else. Zinc. Let's take a look at zinc. Z-I-N-C. Enter. This is the way you find things here easily. There's zinc. There is Zima zinc. There's zinc in a couple of different products. There's zinc in the male enhancement formula. What else is going on? There's zinc in the Miracle 2000. There's zinc over here. There's zinc there. There's zinc in a lot of different products, and that's good because you need zinc, especially because that's what the prostate is mainly made of zinc. So let's take a look at how much zinc is in this zinc, magnesium, and B6 formula, which is an excellent way to take zinc because all those minerals complement each other. Taking a look here, how much zinc is in there. Zinc, milligrams. Oh, okay, it's milligrams. So it's got 30 milligrams per dose. They underdose you. You'd need about 6 of those, about 3 in the morning and 3 at night to make sure, unless you're getting zinc from other sources. That would be a maximum and therapeutic dose of zinc for the prostate, would be 3 of those morning and night, and that would load you up with zinc, which would be very healing. And when you read up on zinc alone, it is a absolutely incredible mineral, but it's specific for the prostate. And that's it for the prostate. I think I pretty much exhausted that. And let's go ahead now and get out of there. Close this down. I'm closing it. Back over here. And did that answer your question, Brother Elijah? Thank you very kindly, sir. Okay, so that answers a question about prostate and the kidneys all at the same time.